Hey guys, welcome to Trent University. My name is Olivia and I'm a fourth year nursing student here at Trent. I'm also a student ambassador, so I help out doing tours as well as student outreach throughout the year. We're sitting here right at Bada Steps, of course on our beautiful Otonabee River. Trent is located on over 1,400 acres of land surrounding the Otonabee River, so we have beautiful, beautiful landscapes here for you to enjoy on our tour today. I personally picked Trent because when I came here I found such an amazing program as well as such an amazing community each time that I visited. So we're so glad to have you here, and let's get started. So here we are, guys, sitting outside of our beautiful student center. It's the newest building on campus, designed by the students for the students. It's kind of the most popular place to come and get a drink at Starbucks, maybe do some studying or catch up with some friends. Some of the awesome things in the Student Center includes 2 brand new lecture halls, as well as our student union on campus, the career space, and a whole bunch more. So come on, let's go check it out. So here we are now standing in the main atrium of the Student Center. When I have people come on my tours, I really love to encourage them to look up at the amazing atrium that we have here. It really is quite a marvel that we have here on the Trent campus. Down here on the first floor is where we have the Starbucks, and so we've set it up in a little bit of a cafe style, perfect for grabbing a coffee or a latte and then catching up with some friends. As well, we have these beautiful couches for that as well. We're standing now in Stone Hall. Stone Hall is named after Stephen Stone. He's a Trent alumni, a chancellor of Trent University, and some fun Trent trivia for you. He was actually one of the executive producers on the show Degrassi. So in this lecture hall, it's capacity of about 200 students. This is what you'd typically find in your first or second year classes. And then to go along with all of your lectures, you'll have some kind of smaller class component, on average about 28 students. And this could be a lab, a seminar, or a tutorial, depending on what kind of class you're taking. In most of our lecture halls, as well as this one, we do have recording devices so that you can actually refer back to your lectures after you watch them. This was a really helpful resource for me when I was in my first year, because as I was kind of adjusting how I wanted to take notes in university, I was always able to refer back to the lecture afterwards to fill in any notes that I missed. So here we are in another lecture hall in the Student Center. This one is notably smaller than the last one, so you might find some of your upper year classes in here, since as you go up in your years, your classes will actually get smaller and smaller. This is a really great opportunity for you to be more interactive with your professors and ask questions. Profs are people too, as I always like to say, so they're always more than willing to answer your questions as well as to review any topics that you want more revision on. So here we are in front of the TCSA, short for the Trent Central Student Association. It's our student union here on campus, the governing student body, which really is that representation for all students on campus. So they provide resources for students, including the bus passes, the Trent Health Benefits Plan, and so much more. Also great to follow their social media, because it's a great way to get involved in all of the clubs and groups on campus. As well, they'll post lots of information about events happening on campus where you can come to campus and get free food, which is good to know about. So here we are outside of the career space. It's a really great resource for students if you're looking to build your resume or your cover letter. As well, did you know that all students are guaranteed a meaningful hands-on career experience no matter what program you're in? Here at the career space, that's a really great place to start. So here we are now at the West Bank bus loop. As a Trent student, you will actually have a bus pass included in your student fees for no additional charge. This is provided to the students by the Trent Central Student Association. So the bus pass is a really great system. If you didn't know, we have a bus leaving campus every 5 minutes. So they typically leave West Bank on the 10s and East Bank on the 5s. So this makes it really easy for students that are living on campus to go downtown. Maybe if you want to get some extra groceries, go see a movie with your friends, or go to the mall. As well, if you're living off campus, it's super easy to commute to campus, because if you ever miss a bus, there's another one coming in just 10 minutes. In addition to that, the city of Peterborough has actually recently added 5 additional bus routes coming straight to campus. These buses are going to go all over the city of Peterborough, hitting stops like Fleming College, the hospital, the mall, and of course the Walmart. So this makes it really easy for students to get all across the city, since your bus passes do cover all City of Peterborough transit. Here you have the campus bookstore. The bookstore is a really great place to get all of your school supply needs, pens, papers, notebooks, binders, all that good stuff. As well, you'll find here all of the textbooks that you'll ever need over your time here at Trent. So you have the option to buy or rent textbooks, new or used. As well, the Trent bookstore has a price match guarantee. So if you ever find a cheaper price for your textbook, say Amazon is a really common place, you can actually show that price to the cashier and they'll give you that cheaper price for the textbook. Also at the bookstore is the place to get all of your Trent swag needs. So whether you're buying your hoodie in your first year or you're getting maybe a Trent mom t-shirt for your mom for Mother's Day, it's the place to get all that stuff. So here behind me is our beautiful Bata library. It recently underwent a full renovation, making it the library of the future. Some key features I'd like to point out are, of course, our brand new 3D printers, as well as the new visualization labs. It's also the home to new research centers for aging society, Indigenous studies, and environmental research. For the students, we really opened up the first floor to make it more welcoming for students to come and study. As well, up on the second floor, we've added some nice study rooms if you want to do some group studying or maybe practice a presentation with some of your friends. The library is home to our IT department, so maybe if you're ever looking to rent out some equipment, maybe if you want to do a projector and have a fun movie night with your friends, you're absolutely free to do so. Also in the library, we have our full floor-to-ceiling green wall. It's a key feature of the library, a really nice way that we've brought the outside in, which is perfect for some of our cooler winter months. Here we are now on the Ferry Bridge. This is of course the bridge that connects the west bank to the east bank, overlooking our beautiful Otonabee River that runs right through the middle of campus. So as you can see, this is where we came from, Bata Library, with beautiful views overlooking the river. Up here to the north, we have Champlain College. This is a really great spot. You can see down there at the steps, this is what we call the Champlain Beach. It's a really great spot to go swimming. If you're ever going to visit campus, again, I recommend you visit your floaty because it's a really great spot to jump in the river and go swimming. And then, of course, with your floaty, you can let the current of the river gently pull you under the bridge and you can get out at the steps down there just by Bata Library. Further down to the south, you can see there's some light poles. Just over there, we have a full-size baseball diamond and soccer field, developed in part, of course, by the Toronto Blue Jays. Also now here over on East Bank, we have our beautiful Zosky College, the big yellow building, or of course the big cheese as we like to call it. Up there on the hill, peeking out from the trees, you can see a little bit of red roof. That is the Otonabee College residences. Further down on the hill, the long black strip of roof, that is the academic side of Otonabee College. And then closer down to the river where you see some blue windows there, that is the chemical science building. And then of course right here at the mouth of the bridge, we have the environmental science building, which is of course connected to the science complex. And then way up on the hill, we have our DNA and Life Health Sciences building, which is right next to the new construction site for our brand new forensics building as well. Here we are walking next to the Environmental Science Building, home of course to our School of the Environment, and of course many of our different environmental science state-of-the-art labs. Here on your left we have one of our 2 greenhouses on campus. You'll often see students down here doing different kinds of labs in the greenhouse. Up on top of the building here, we have our Trent rooftop gardens, since the Environmental Science Building does have a full green roof. A lot of the produce that is grown here on the Trent rooftop gardens is actually sold right here on campus in one of our restaurants called the Seasoned Spoon. Here we are in our Chemical Sciences building. It's a state-of-the-art award-winning facility, home to many different programs including chemistry, chemical engineering, biochemistry and molecular bio, and our biomedical sciences programs. So all along here we have different kinds of chemistry labs as well as different prep rooms with state-of-the-art equipment for students to use for different kinds of projects as well as to engage with professors in different kinds of research. This is our first year chemistry lab, capacity of 36 students. And in that classroom you'll also have present with you your 2 teacher's assistants and your professor. This is our first year chemistry lab. This is the biggest it'll ever get. And then of course as you visit our upper year chemistry labs, your classes will get smaller and smaller in your upper years. As well in your chemistry labs, you will be working in groups and in teams. This is a really great opportunity to learn how to work collaboratively, as well as to meet other people in your classes and to get more involved at Trent. If you're ever maybe out of ink at home or you need to print on campus in a pinch, all students are available to use any of the printers on campus. It's just about 10 cents a page. You can pay that with your student card. As well, this is one of our many computer labs on campus, so if you're ever needing to use a computer, you're absolutely welcome to come in here and do that. Here is our Water Quality Center. It's a state-of-the-art facility, one of a kind in North America. It's so powerful that if you had an Olympic-sized swimming pool and you dropped a single grain of salt into it, this machine would be able to detect that difference in concentration. Our university is currently using it for different kinds of research in our water sciences program, as well the forensics department is using it for different kinds of research as well. So here we are just outside of Autonomy College. This whole strip of building has different kinds of classrooms as well as faculty offices. Over here in the corner we have our Autonomy College dining hall, which is of course connected to Wenjack Theatre, which is our largest lecture hall on campus. So it's very convenient to have those right next door. You can grab a bite to eat before heading into lecture, or even grab a coffee maybe between your breaks. So here we are in the middle of Zosky College. Zosky is the youngest college here on campus, and this building behind us is the heart of Zosky College, also called the Nying building, which means the way we speak together. On the bottom 3 floors, we have the academic side of Zosky College, so you'll find 2 large lecture halls as well as a long series of classrooms, which actually also double as lecture halls in some students' upper year classes. On the top 3 floors, we have our Zosky residences. These residences are premium suite style residences, so that means you'll have 2 single rooms conjoined by 1 private washroom. Here in Zosky, we of course also have a dining hall. This is a 3-star green restaurant, which has really great options for students. One of my personal favorites is the pasta bar every day at dinner time. As well, Zosky College has the greatest selection of grilled cheeses. So if you're a grilled cheese connoisseur like I am, this is the place to check that out. Also here in Zosky College is home to the First People's House of Learning. So this red part of the building here is what we call the gathering space. It's home to many different special events throughout the year for the First People's House of Learning. Here at Trent, it is required for students to take a half credit in Indigenous Studies. We think it's really important for students to be educated on this topic, and we love encouraging communication about it as well. Over here in the forested area, we have some traditional spaces as part of the First People's House of Learning. So in there we have a sweat lodge, a wigwam, a teepee where the First People's House of Learning does social fires many times a week, as well as an herb garden, all maintained by our First People's House of Learning. So we're standing outside now of our DNA and Life Health Sciences building. It's home to some of our largest programs on campus, including biology, forensics, nursing, psychology, and anthropology. Down in the first block, you'll find all kinds of different biology labs. In the middle, we have our nursing department, where instead of your typical classroom setup with desks and chairs, you'll find hospital beds to mimic a real hospital scenario for students to be able to practice their skills that way. As well, we have some of our different forensics labs down the hallway, and then towards the end we have some of our graduate studies research labs. As a nursing student here at Trent, I have spent a lot of time in this building. Of course, some of my favorite part of the programs is doing labs twice a week here in the DNA building. As well, we have our real life simulations that take place here. So it's a part of our clinical placements where we enact real life scenarios here in a safe environment so that we can learn through our mistakes and become better nurses because of it. Right here next to our DNA building, we have the home of our brand new forensics crime scene building. We're super excited about it. It's going to be home to some awesome forensics labs. It's going to be completely environmentally friendly with a 0 carbon footprint. Here at Trent, we have the collegiate system. So what that means is that during your time here at Trent, you will be affiliated with one of our 5 colleges. Right now, we're standing in the heart of Champlain College. We also have Lady Eaton College, Zosky College, Autonomy College, and of course, our downtown Trail College campus. What these colleges provide is a smaller community within the larger Trent community for students to get involved and meet new people. As well, these colleges provide different kinds of resources for students, including academic advising, academic skills, and so much more. So here we are standing in the Champlain Quad, which is the heart, of course, of Champlain College. Here in Champlain, we have all kinds of different cool stuff to offer for students. The Great Hall is the dining hall for Champlain. As well, it is the home for many different events that happen here on campus. Also, right next to it, we have the Seasoned Spoon. It's a student-run initiative. It sells produce, which is grown right here on campus. Also in Champlain, we have the International Office, welcoming a great expanse of diverse community to Trent University. As well, it is the place to go if you're interested in doing a semester or year abroad. Around me here are some of the Champlain residences. Here in Champlain, you'll find a combination of single and double rooms with shared washroom accommodations. Welcome guys to Lady Eaton College. We're sitting in the quad. Lady Eaton has been described as a vibrant and artistic community, which can of course be seen by the greenery around us. Behind me here is the Lady Eaton Dining Hall, which is one of our 3-star green certified dining halls on campus next to Zosky College. Also in Lady Eaton, we have the pit and the junior common room, fully equipped spaces for an awesome hangout time with some friends after class, maybe at the end of the day. Also here in Lady Eaton, we have a whole bunch of smaller classrooms. These are perfect for your seminars. I myself had a seminar here in Lady Eaton in my first year, and this class was only about 17 students, so it was really great to get that small one-on-one classroom experience right from the get-go when I started here at Trent. Okay guys, so we're about to head up into the residences for Lady Eaton College, but before we go up, I always like to point out that all of our residences are key code activated, so you can't get into the residences unless you actually live there. So here we are sitting in a single room in Lady Eaton College. Here in Lady Eaton, we do have the traditional dorm style rooms. So this room has shared washroom accommodations with the floor. These washrooms are set up as a single room with a sink, toilet, and shower that you can close and lock behind you with a door. And of course, also all residences have common spaces where you can get together with some friends and hang out, maybe watch a movie. These common spaces are also equipped with a little kitchenette, typically with a microwave, toaster, maybe a toaster oven, and a kettle. The building way behind us is actually Blackburn Hall. It's kind of like our administration building on campus. Here we have the recruitment office, admissions, the registrar, student accounts, financial aid, as well as some awesome resources for students, including student accessibility, counseling services, and of course our health clinic right here on campus where you can book appointments like weeks in advance. We also do have drop-in appointments if you're ever feeling under the weather suddenly and need an appointment sooner. So here behind me is the Athletic Center. This is our gym on campus, available for all students to use. You don't have to pay any kind of additional charges to use any of the facilities. These facilities include a weight room, a full cardio loft, gymnasium, pool, squash courts, and fitness studios where you as students are able to join our fitness classes, again, for free. Some of the fitness classes that you can get involved in include yoga, Pilates, boxing, spin classes, as well as so much more. Here at Trent, we have 12 varsity teams that compete at the highest level. The most notable ones are, of course, our soccer teams, rugby, lacrosse, which the women's team just won this past year, and of course our rowing team, which is very popular here on campus. But regardless of whether you are a team member or if you're cheering from the sidelines, together we are one Excalibur. Here at Trent, the varsity rowing team is very big. We're very proud of our rowing team. Right here behind me are the rowing tanks. They're first of their kind in North America, and it's also the off-season training site for our team. Did you know that some of the coaches for our varsity rowing team are actually previous Olympic athletes? As well, here at Trent, we are one of 5 locations in Canada where Olympic athletes are actually trained to row. If you're interested in trying out for the rowing team, you can absolutely do so in your first or second year. You can try out for the novice rowing team. You don't have to have any kind of rowing experience. They just test you on your athletic ability, and then if they think that you're good enough, they'll teach you how to row, and then who knows, by year 4, you could be rowing for Team Canada. We are walking on the Founders Trail. This trail commemorates all of the people that contributed to the creation of Trent University. It connects the Athletic Center to the Student Center, so it's a really nice spot to come if you have extra time between classes, or if you want to take a spot to sit, maybe do some reading, catch up on some homework. It's a really nice spot to do that as well. Okay guys, that is the end of our tour for now. I'm so happy to have been able to show you around our beautiful campus today, and I'm really excited for you to be able to come for your own campus tour where you can see for yourself why we are the #1 undergraduate university in Ontario. But for now, we are so excited to be able to welcome you someday to our Trent family, and we hope to see you soon.